What's up, everybody? B Mac the Z Ranger here, and I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of
Morphin!
Alright, let's do it!
And in today's Morphin Melee, I have Izzy from Power Rangers Dino Fury versus Lily from Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Incredible power versus incredible skill. Who wins? And this Morphin Melee was inspired by the big homie, Mikhail with Positivity, and he actually did a video on these two, and you guys should go check it out, and this inspired me to do my own Morphin Melee involving these two. All right, let's get started. And as always, we're gonna start off with power and strength. Now, when it comes to Lily, Lily gets her power from her animal spirit. She's able to use this animal spirit in conjunction with her Kung Fu. So the better she is at Kung Fu, the better she is at mastering her animal spirit. Not only that, she's able to use this animal spirit power unmorph. So if you try to fight her unmorph, she has that power. So it's gonna be a problem for anyone. In addition to that, when she morphs, her overall animal spirit power is increased dramatically because of the morphin grid increase. Now, if you don't know what the morphin increase is, all the morphin increase is someone morphing into a ranger and their overall stats are heightened or increased. For example, strength, speed, agility, durability, and also invulnerability via the morphin grid. And as well, if you didn't know how to fight before, now you're a skilled fighter. In Lily's case, she was already a very skilled fighter, and you add the morphin increase to that, she is now a lethal weapon. She is a big problem for anyone.
I suppose we have to register you as a lethal weapon.
And with this morphin increase, Lily's able to summon weapons, Zords, and even more power, just like with her jungle master mode. Now, when it comes to Izzy, Izzy gets her power from the saber-tooth tiger statue. That statue is imbued with a morphin gear power by the morphin masters. With this power, she's able to summon a morpher and a green dino key, which turns her into the green Dino Fury Ranger. Not only that, she's able to summon what we all know is called boost keys or boost dino keys. Each dino key has a separate and unique power that gives the Rangers anything they need in battle. For example, the hyper key boosts your overall attack power, the sprint key boosts your overall speed, the electro dino key gives you power electricity, the blazing dino key gives you power of fire, and so on and so forth. But once again, how do we decide who's more powerful? To keep this short, I'm gonna give the power and strength edge to Izzy, considering she has the dino keys that's able to do a bunch of other stuff that maybe Lily cannot do with her own power. And next up, we have speed. Now, when it comes to Izzy, we know that she has the sprint dino key, and with the sprint dino key, she's able to move at quick speeds. We don't know how fast yet because the season's not over with, but we do know she is fast with the sprint dino key. But when it comes to Lily, we know that her animal spirit is the cheetah. And with the cheetah animal spirit, she's able to move at top speeds, and she has the cheetah jabs. And even with the cheetah's jab, she's able to counter someone who's moving just as fast as her. So when it comes to speed, I'm just gonna have to give that to Lily, considering she has greater fighting speed than Izzy. I'm definitely gonna explain more about that at the end of this video. And next up, we have skill. Now, when it comes to Lily, we know that Lily has been training for years to become a master in Kung Fu of her animal spirit. And later on in the show, we know that she became a master with her animal spirit in Kung Fu. And then you add the morphin increase on top of her crazy skill, she now has incredible skill. You guys know what I'm saying. Now, when it comes to Izzy, we know that she was an athlete before she became a ranger, training in numerous amounts of things to give her an edge in any ranger battle. And then you add the morphin increase on top of her having all that training, she is now a lethal weapon. Is she more skilled than Lily though at that point? I don't think so. Lily is a master at Kung Fu, so with skill, that easily goes to Lily. And next up, we have battle IQ. Once again, we have a master against someone who's not a master. Yes, they both have the morphin increase, but this is a master at work. This is someone who's been training for years prior to becoming a Power Ranger, whereas Izzy was training to be a college athlete or maybe an Olympic athlete. That's not a fighting thing, so with battle IQ, easily, that's gonna go again to Lily. And next up, we have experience. Now, once again, this is an easy gimme for Lily, considering that she was training to become a Pashwa Master before she became a Ranger, then she became a Ranger, had the morphin increase, then got Jungle Master Mode, then became a Master. So that's a lot of experience tacked on there. Now, I do understand that Izzy does have 2 seasons of Ranger experience. It's not done yet, but we know it's gonna be 2 seasons compared to Lily, 1 season. But if you tack on Lily's experience prior to becoming a Ranger, which is about 10 years of her training, that's a lot of experience added to her Ranger experience. So experience once again goes to Lily from Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Now, before I give the winner of this Morphin melee, I want to go over a few things how I think the battle would go. Now, when they first meet, both of these Rangers are going to go at each other because it's a Morphin melee or / death battle. And since it's going to go right at each other, they're probably going to test each other out unmorph. And when that happens, Lily's going to dominate that battle because of her martial arts and kung fu skills, and she is a master. Now, once Izzy morph, Lily won't morph yet because she's still more skilled than her. But once she sees that Izzy got the morphin increase, it's going to force Lily to morph into the Yellow Ranger now. Now that both ladies are morphed, Lily's gonna bring out her staff to combat Izzy's Chrono Saber. And with that, once again, Lily's gonna win that battle because she's just more skilled than Izzy. Yes, Izzy has the morphin increase, but Lily has the morphin increase on top of her being already a master. So Lily's gonna win that. Now here comes the hard part, because once Izzy realized that she can't beat Lily just with her Chrono Saber, she's gonna have to bring out some Dino Keys. But which Dino Key is Izzy gonna pull out? Because depending on the Dino Key, she could either win or lose, and here's why. If she brings out the Sprint Dino Key, Lily can still defeat her, considering that Lily does have cheetah speed, and she's fought someone just as fast as her and move just as quick to react to the person moving just as fast. So I don't see Izzy beating her with the Sprint Dino Key, so that's out. And the next key I think she would use will be the Hyper Dino Key. Now the Hyper Dino Key does increase her attack potency, but once again, she has to hit Lily. Lily will be too fast because you can't use the Sprint Dino Key and the Hyper Dino Key at the same time. The Hyper Dino Key does not make you faster, it just increases your overall attack potency. She still wouldn't be able to hit Lily because Lily is so far skilled than Izzy by a lot. It's not even fair how skilled she is compared to Izzy. So Hyper Dino Key is out. Now once Izzy realized those keys don't work, she's now gonna go to her battle armors. Now she has the P.A.K.A. battle armor, the Blazing battle armor, the Shadow battle armor, the Light battle armor, the Electro battle armor, the Freeze battle armor, and the Dino Knight battle armor. But if Izzy goes to any one of those armors, Lily's gonna go to her Jungle Master Mode. And in Jungle Master Mode, it increases her overall stats in everything: skill, strength, ability, everything. To be honest, most of those armors wouldn't work on Izzy in Jungle Master Mode, considering how fast and strong she is and her incredible skill added to that. Now, the one armor that would work would be the Shadow Battle Armor. And the reason why I said the Shadow Battle Armor, because you have the ability to control black holes. You make them as big or as small as you want. And if Izzy hits Lily with any one of those black holes, the fight is over. But even though she has that, Izzy has to pull that armor out at the right time, because if she doesn't, Lily's gonna end this very, very quickly. So my verdict on who would win depends on how long the fight will go on. If it's a long, drawn out fight, Izzy would win because it would give her the time to pick which Dino Key or battle armor to use to defeat Lily. If it's not a long, drawn out fight, then Lily will win because of her incredible skill and the fact that she is a master. She's able to access more power from her animal spirit. Remember in the last episode, they reached another level of their animal spirit simply because they were the chosen ones and they were masters already. So all in all, the winner of this Morphin melee is gonna go to Lily, considering that I don't think it's gonna be a long, drawn out battle. Lily's gonna give her those hands. Winner! And I hope you guys like this Morphin melee. I'm B Mac the Z Ranger, and I'm out.